What's up, guys? Hey, just a little update on Spire Global, ticker symbol SPIR. We closed above 12. Hooray, right? Congrats, everyone, yay! So there's not much news, right? It's probably going to be blackout period soon. I'm not sure, they haven't announced earnings yet, but I just wanted to talk about some TA and just my thoughts on the market currently, right? With everything that's been happening with the markets. So before I touch too much on Spire Global's technical analysis, I just wanted to say, technical analysis, 90% of it is just kind of hocus pocus, mumbo jumbo, like maybe look at it, but don't bet the farm on it, right? Like, you don't want to risk too much on just technical analysis alone. Well, what is technical analysis, right? People are just like, you're just drawing lines on a chart, right? And what does that mean? The random lines and drawings on the chart actually kind of represent something, right? They show short-term or long-term trends, and they also show the way you draw them, right, is you're looking for places where you see price points where a lot of people start to buy, you see price points where a lot of people start to sell, right? So you kind of see, I guess on a macro level, on a big level, where the majority of people, or where a lot of people do a certain action, right? That's what a support line is, that's what a resistance line is, right? I just use TA as kind of a way to show where the current short-term trends are, what the current long-term trends are, and that's kind of what TA is. It's more of a visualization of things that you should already know and things that you should already see management doing, right? Something that you can kind of infer the TA just based off of the balance sheets usually, right? You can see when people are optimistic, you can see when people are more pessimistic, right? That's kind of what TA is. Don't overemphasize what TA is, or else you're just like reading tea leaves, you're just reading astrology, right, at that point. Anyways, now let's talk about the fun part. Let's talk about the actual TA. Click here. Look at this breakout. Look at this line. This is Spire Global, right, on the 1 hour chart. Look at that. That is beautiful, right? We finally reclaimed 12 back to before the previous ER, right? We reclaimed this part. So we're back up here. And the beautiful thing is, if you zoom out, let's look at the daily chart. If you don't know, this is just a trading view. Really nice for looking at TA. I just think it's kind of useful, right? So I have this long-term support line, right? Kind of just drawing. Basically, all it is just connecting the dots, right? That's what TA is. Just connect the dots, right? I see a bunch of points here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And the HD 7, 8, not really, but we'll just say 5, 6 points, right? So that's the long-term trend line. And it was support and then became resistance, right? So this is resistance, this is support. And we see another trend line here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines here, right? Another support. We see a resistance line here, resistance or a downward trend line here, hitting about, I think, 1, 2. So this one just has 2 points, but like that's the only real support I could see. I mean, up to here it doesn't really matter. So I just see two trend lines, maybe. Yeah, just that's just 2, right? But you do see, like, you can kind of see the trend line down, right? But the beautiful thing is, right, so we were in this wedge, which a wedge is basically just increasing line and a decreasing line put together, and then basically it either breaks up or breaks down, right? And look at this. Look, do you see this line? Do you see this line, right? We broke up above it and then we stayed above it. Like, that is so bullish. That is so we might have decreased a little bit, but we didn't decrease under that line, which basically means that this is a pretty good, like, it held for what, the 4 hours here. I mean, obviously you want to wait for the week. You want to see where it ends up in the week, right? If it can end up above this line, I'll give it 1 more week, right? If it ends up before this line in 1 more week too, that's extra bullish. But that's just like where I see Spire Global on the technical basis, because there's no news, there's no really inherent news that I haven't talked about yet on Spire Global, right? Obviously, there's the 2 contracts that just came out on the 30th and on the, I think, like Wednesday or Tuesday with Canada, maybe Monday. But hey, technically speaking, this is nice. This is really nice. I like it a lot. But again, technical analysis, you're just reading the stars at a certain point. So don't put too many lines. Don't put too much. Don't put all your eggs in one. Don't rely solely on technical analysis, right? We did break out of this long-term trend line, or not. I guess this is more of a short-term trend line. We broke out of this low resistance line, right there, Ooh, that is beautiful. Anyways, so I just wanted to talk about kind of like also the market trends, right? And kind of what happened, right? And the kind of the news that came up, right? So CPI came out, and then basically interest rates are more or less priced in now, or like people are pricing in a interest rate cut by September, which is really good for small caps, right? That's why you saw the Russell 2000, you saw the IWM start spike up, right? People are saying that it's a rotation away from mega caps like Google, Microsoft, the Magnificent Seven, or I guess Magnificent Six without Tesla, right? People are moving away from those bigger caps and going into more smaller growth type stocks, right? Now, I did want to mention one thing, right? You do see this type of almost market euphoria for these small caps, but like people say, like when you start hearing everyone, like that friend that you never heard of, that friend that doesn't touch stocks at all, when they start talking about stocks, you kind of have to be iffy, like, are we in a bubble, right? Always just keep that in mind, right? Like if everyone you know is starting to randomly start talking about stocks, about their favorite stock, this and that, right? And how it's going to be like the opportunity of lifetime. Like just, I guess, anecdotal evidence, or just anecdotally, I have seen some of my friends that never talk about stocks, right? The last time they talked about stocks was back in GME 2021, right? So so when they start talking about stocks, you kind of just take a step back and be like, is this right? Am I investing in a bubble? Is this a bubble? Right? Like just always keep that in mind. But also, my mom, her friend said that she bought 1,000 shares of Tesla. She told me this on Wednesday. She said she bought 1,000 shares of Tesla, and then how it was an opportunity of a lifetime. I should have known to short it. But what you gonna do, right? Damn it, opportunity lost. Anyways, well, so a bunch of small caps have pumped on this this basically signal that interest rate might come, right? So I did want to say, just, it's true that a rising tide does lift all boats, right? In a good economic environment, especially one with lower interest rates, then small caps tend to prevail, right? But I still recommend you do your own due diligence, right? Don't invest in a small cap company just because, oh, it's a small cap and then interest rates going down, that means rocket ship emoji up to the moon, right? Just because you see YouTuber X, Y, and Z or X post to ABC, right, post about this or that, it doesn't mean that they know everything, right? Like, it doesn't mean that I'm 100% knowledgeable, or this so-and-so is 100% knowledgeable. I'm prone to missing data. I'm prone to misinterpreting data as much as anyone else, right? So like, I'm not necessarily an authority. I'm just sharing my opinion, right? I'm on the same exact boat as you are. I'm just trying to make money, right? Everyone is just trying to make money at the end of the day. You can use other people. You can use like all these channels for doing due diligence and seeing public opinion, but that shouldn't be your only, like, you shouldn't follow only one specific channel or only one specific, like, I don't know, even author or whatever for doing your due diligence. Have a plan for when you're buying, right? That's really important, but also have a plan for when you're selling. I'm like definitely bad at doing this. I have no plan. Like, to be honest, I legit have no plan. But like, if you encounter an opportunity to lock in, to realize life-changing money, like, don't throw away that opportunity, right? I'll give you an example. I held Matterport from $10 back to $40 pump, back down to now it's $4, and my cost average is below the buyout price of $5.50, but I could have made $40, right? Like, don't be like me. And secondly, like, investing is more of an individual journey, right? You want to make money, right? In the end of the day, investing is a zero-sum game, and you're in it to beat someone else, right? Don't say diamond hands to the moon because of this like heroic whatever, right? Like, don't be like, I want to stick to the man, and like everyone in my group says they're gonna invest to stick to the man, so I'm gonna stay with them, and it's do or die, right? Like Joe Schmo 69 on Reddit does not give a flying F about your financial situation. So always reevaluate your positions, your investments and such, right? Try not to have all your eggs in one basket, right? Speaking of all your eggs in one basket, some dude on the Spire subreddit, he posted, I'm thinking about going all in on Spire Global. Like, I am hyper mega super bullish, right? Like, you look at my channel, a bunch of the videos are on Spire Global. Even I can't in good conscience recommend you going all in on Spire Global. Don't, like, have a backup plan, have like some type of safety net, right? Hedge your bets somehow. Diversification is key. At the end of the day, even no matter how like profitable, how good the execution is on Spire Global, right? It's still a small cap, right? It's still somewhat speculative, right? No matter, like, this market can stay irrational or stay stupid longer than you can stay solvent, right? Just be careful, and like, if you find money that will change your life, take the pennies off the table, right? There's always an opportunity. If even if you don't make max profit on a specific opportunity, right, there's a bajillion stocks, right? Just wait for the next opportunity. It'll come. Again, I am not like an expert on none of this. This is just things that I have to learn the hard way, right? I honestly, again, I still don't really have an exit plan, right? Because I don't see. I'm trying to change that, but like, it's all a learning process, right? Those are just my thoughts on the current state of the economy, right? There are some like hints to maybe like a bubbly economy, right? But I mean, we just got. Don't take this away from the Russell, man. Don't. Small caps have to have their time to shine eventually. But just be careful, especially for momentum plays, right? Especially for like, if you're not reading the balance statement, if you're not like constantly if you're not constantly up to date with like your investments and what they're doing, right? Definitely try to make an effort to at least, like, if you don't really know how to read balance sheets or whatever, right? Like, take the time to learn, right? I'm still learning too, right? I'm not an expert or anything at reading balance sheets, right? And if you don't know, then like, try to get a variety of opinions, right? Read the bull case, read the bear case, read bullish analysts, read bearish analysts, see who makes sense, right? And then kind of take the logic and then decide what to do based on that logic, right? Everyone knows the saying, time in the market is better than timing the market, right? Well, I mean, if you lose all your money from like a specific speculative play, right, then you don't have the option for time in the market, right? So just like, manage your risk accordingly, right? I'm still super bullish on Spire Global. And honestly, I'm still trying to learn as much as everyone else. Make money, stay safe, don't be stupid. Let's go Spire Global. Let's go.